Nigeria's military says it has arrested the alleged leader of an offshoot faction of Boko Haram. Khalid al-Barnawi, who is believed to lead Islamist militant group Ansaru, is being detained in the central city of Lokoja. In 2012, the U.S. State Department linked al-Barnawi, also known as Mohammed Usman, to Boko Haram and al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb. Ansaru claimed responsibility for holding French engineer Francis Collomp for almost a year before he was freed in November 2013. The group also killed seven foreigners working for Setraco Nigeria Limited when they were seized in a February 2013 attack at their residential compound in the northern state of Bauchi. Let's get you more now on this story, and I'm joined by retired Brigadier General Olusegun Ajana. He's a former Nigerian Army officer and a security analyst. Retired Brigadier General, thank you. First, that arrest of al-Barnawi by Nigeria's military, what significance does it have, though, in the fight against the insurgency in the country and across the wider region?
Yes, it's a boost in terms of morale for the fighting troops. And I also believe that it is also a blow to the insurgents. Besides that, in terms of significance on the field of battle, I'm not too certain until the officers interviewing the captured insurgent can come up with useful answers to some of the problems that they might be having in the field. Definitely his capture will give an insight into the methodology and probably the location of some of their hideouts in terms of where their strengths are hidden. And of course, no stone will be left unturned to be able to extract as much information as possible out of these captured deputy chief of the insurgents.
Well, there was a government deadline, though, for the end of that insurgency by Boko Haram. In your opinion, though, is the government strategy against Boko Haram working, and is it really winning the war on terror?
The war is being won, and to a very large extent, I think the fighting teeth of the insurgents had already been removed. That is not to say that insurgency will stop or that the war is over. And of course, just last week, we saw a sort of publication from the insurgents. I think a video was released where the leader of the group itself, Abubakar Shekau, was saying that his followers should give up. Although it has, that has already been denied, but all the same, I still believe that the capture of this gentleman will give an insight into a bit of the hidden areas of their operation. Definitely, the officers that have captured him, by the time they interview him and then they are able to extract information from him, will be able to get somewhere with over and above that. Insurgency is not something that you can put a firm stop to at a particular time because it is not a regular army type of operation. They can go into various styles of operation depending on the challenges or the opportunities they might have created for themselves. But that notwithstanding, I believe that the time given by the President of Nigeria to the armed forces to end the insurgency by end of last year has largely been obeyed and of course achieved. But
right,
even after that, we have had a few rounds of bombing here and there, and I believe that it is part of the actions of these insurgents, because once they are not together as a fighting force, they get dispersed into twos and threes in which they can carry out some form of guerrilla activities against soft targets. And that's why they go about into markets, motor parks, and a few other highly populated areas.
In your view, though, you mentioned that that war against Boko Haram is actually being won, but and you also mentioned that the deadline for ending that insurgency by Boko Haram, that was issued by the president should have ended in December. Though, when is it likely to end, though? When are we likely to see a complete end to the Boko Haram menace?
Yes, we cannot see it. Nobody can give a firm date to the end of insurgency. Insurgency is not a regular war. Insurgency is is something that I don't know how you are going to put it, but honestly, it is difficult to say, yes, it is the end. But I know that as a fighting force, Boko Haram has been defeated. Boko Haram has been defeated. And that is why they cannot go about claiming territories. They can no longer do that. But at the same time, it is not the end of the operation. The armed forces are still there. They are still working. They are still fighting. They are still trying to scoop them out of their hidden areas to ensure that they no longer pose a threat to the civilian population.
All right. Retired Brigadier General Olusegun Ajana, former Nigerian military army officer there, joining us from Lagos. Thank you.